where you can be thinking about, again, we hope to maybe see you at one of the UNC schools here in North Carolina, but really anywhere you want to go. And so if you haven't already gotten your vaccine, we hope you do as soon as possible. Make sure you go to myspot.nc.gov to find a location near you. Thank you, Governor.
Thanks, Dr. Cohen, and thank you, Vanya. Your work to research the vaccine and then go with your mom to get your shots is so helpful as we try to beat this pandemic and get life back to normal. You've just heard from our first two winners about why they chose to get vaccinated. Yeah, they won big prizes, but even without the luck, they protected themselves and their families from COVID-19, and that's truly winning. As I've said, we'll have 3 more drawings over the summer, so if you haven't been vaccinated yet, there's still time to take your shot at 1,000,000. The vaccine is safe and effective and free, and we have plenty of it for everybody. So make the time. Talk with a friend who's already received their shot, or talk with your doctor if you still have questions. And remember, go to myspot.nc.gov to find a vaccine location near you. Also with me today is North Carolina Emergency Management Chief of Staff Will Ray. Brian Tipton and David Payne are our sign language interpreters. Behind the scenes, Jackie Mativier and Erica Kugler are our Spanish language interpreters. At this time, we'll take some questions from the media. We'll start with those in the room and then take questions from those who are on the phone with us today. So we'll take our first question. Any questions from media? If you could head to the mic, that would help us. Thank you.
Ben Sessoms with the News and Observer. So with the announcement of the lottery winners, how confident are you that vaccination rates will increase going in the coming weeks?
So we know that we saw a significant jump in vaccine rates in Ohio after they started their cash drawings to try to get more people vaccinated. Some of the other states across the country have begun the process as we have and haven't seen that much of a gain yet. We're hoping that today's announcement of these winners to show people that, yeah, you can win this, we got to pull out all the stops to get this done. So that's what we're doing, and whatever brings people in to get their vaccinations, we want to do. One of the things I know we have to do is to do this one person, one household, one telephone call, one shot at a time. That's where we are right now, and we hope this gins up some more interest.
Just one quick follow-up. You mentioned earlier the Delta variant, and public health experts expect it to be the dominant variant going into the fall. With vaccination rates plateauing across the state, how concerned should North Carolinians be, and what can they expect in terms of what it's going to look like as it becomes more dominant?
So if you are unvaccinated, you should be concerned, and particularly with this new Delta variant, it is shown to be more contagious and even more dangerous than the original COVID-19 virus. So getting your vaccination, however, protects you from this variant and from COVID-19, and the numbers every day as we look at them become more and more stark and more obvious that being vaccinated protects you from becoming seriously ill and dying. It also protects you. There are some breakthrough cases of people becoming positive even after vaccination, but almost all the time the illness is less serious, and you have a low chance of passing it on to someone else. So we hope that people will look at this and see that this is something that is still here, and it's moving through our population of unvaccinated people, and it shows we need to get our vaccines now. Any other questions?
Yeah, hi, this is Bridget Chapman with CBS 17. What impact have you seen so far from doing the lottery with these vaccination numbers, and how is it showing to quite literally be paying off?
Dr. Cohen, I might let you address that.
Thanks, Bridget. So as the governor said, in other states that first did this, it was earlier on in our vaccine efforts. So I think they did see a larger bump. What I would say is we've seen a leveling off of our vaccinations where we were on a downward trajectory. And so we hope with today, with introducing Shelley and Vanya to everyone so folks can actually see it is real. We're hoping that folks will say, oh, you know what, I may have been putting that off. Maybe today's the day, and I hope it is. It's more important than ever for folks to get vaccinated. I remind folks we're doing a lot of things to make sure that folks can get vaccinated. Sure, the cash drawing is one of them. We're also offering $25 cash cards in 34 counties in different vaccine locations, because we also recognize that for some folks, they have to take time off of work. That means gas money. We want to make sure we're compensating for them for their time and their money. I want to remind our businesses that there are tax credits available from the federal government if they give folks time off from work. So again, all of these things I think we put together makes us able to say, look, vaccines are here. They're safe, they're free, they're effective, and they're easy to access close to you. So we're encouraging everyone to go to myspot.nc.gov to find a vaccine location close to them. Thanks.
And to follow up with that, so if with it leveling out right now, if you don't see an additional bump in vaccination numbers going forward, will this have been worth it?
Well, I think that we are throwing, as the governor said, everything at this. And we never know which individual action will make the most difference. And so you're going to continue to see us do everything from making vaccines convenient to encouraging businesses to use those federal tax credits to this drawing to the $25 cash cards. So you can see we're pulling out all the stops because it's so important for the health of North Carolina going forward. And not just the health of individuals, but really the health of our entire state as we think about our future.
Any other questions in the room? Oh, sorry.
Good morning, Governor. Dr. Cohen, Matt Tallhome with WRAL. When you look at those rural counties, especially the ones you mentioned, Bladen, and those small numbers of vaccination rates there, what more can be done in those communities where you're seeing the cases go back up, and especially if young people just aren't getting vaccinated?
You know, I think this does have to be done one person at a time, one group at a time. We even have people who are going door to door to talk about their experience of getting the vaccine. We're continuing to talk with community leaders, ministers, and we're working really hard with general practice doctors to incentivize them to talk with their patients about getting the vaccine and making sure that they are compensated for their time. I think it is critical. You know, it's unfortunate that people are going to start seeing even more their neighbors get sick and going into the hospital. And hopefully this is enough for people to understand that these vaccines are safe and effective. Tens of millions of people across the world have gotten these vaccines, and the data is very strong as to their safety. The effectiveness is phenomenal when you think about how protected you are from COVID-19 and its variants by getting this virus, getting the vaccine. It's important to do. Dr. Cohen, would you want to add anything to that? Okay.
As a quick follow-up to that, if those numbers keep going up in those counties with the low vaccination rates and the cases going up, will restrictions need to be put back in place?
You know, we don't want to go there. With vaccines, we have the way out, and we hope to continue to do everything we can to convince people that this is the way not only to protect ourselves and our families, but the way toward a strong economy. Because we see the vaccinated people are going out and doing the things that they were doing. I'm doing most everything that I was doing before because I've been vaccinated.